Hello, everybody. This is Melissa, your free range psychic. It's May 15th, 3 p.m., actually, Eastern Time, 2025. And I'm here live. And such a strange week. You always think that, like, these guys can't sink any lower than they have, but then they sink lower. It's so disgusting. I'm talking about, felon 45 and his posse. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll move my mic closer. And please, ask your questions. Hey, Lisa, I'll give my answers best I can. Uh, I've had a lot going through my mind this week regarding the political situation as usual. Hey, Brenda, good afternoon to you too. So let me get my thoughts in order here. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Earth Mama. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you can hear me. Hey, Lisa. Yay. Um, did I say hi to you, Earth Mama? I think I did. But you know what sticks in? Hey, Ivy. Hey, Daniel. Hey, hi. Hey, Cindy. Will we ever know what the Flying Palace? Can you complete that question for me? I do want to talk about it. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Sonia. Thank you. I'm going to put that up. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate it. So, you know what sticks in my mind is the stupid plane, the one that I was given so generously by the Saudis to Felon 45. I'm sure it's just a gold paint. It can't be gold plated. That would be way too heavy. Um, oh yeah, okay, Cindy, that's yeah. Hey Sharon. Oh, that's a good question too. Okay. Will we ever know what the Flying Palace was in exchange for? I think we might. I'll ask my guides. I had thoughts on it. I did ask. Oh, I mean, there's so many layers to that blame, and the Saudis are brilliant at like they're so being so clever and wily. Like they know how to um, put on a good show, stroke uh, people's ego, but at the same time, they give promises, but there's always a catch. And there's always much more going on geopolitically than is on the surface. It's just the way that, it's kind of, yeah, the way they've always done politics. But with these guys, with the felon and his administration, there's so much corruption and backstory, and there's nothing too low. There's no boundary that can't be crossed. Do you know? Um, so yeah, Daniel, I think I can ask about his health. I will. Let me ask, and I'm not as it would be somebody else who was much more well educated on the geopolitical, shenanigans and politics and dynamics between the Saudis and there's so much history there. And how can we forget Khashoggi and Jared and Kushner and them buying into Twitter for uh, uh, is it Felonia? I'm just going back at what other people are calling them now. So the guides are saying that, oh yeah, absolutely, Sharon, that plane 100%. Um, oh, I like. Is that a prediction? I like it. Uh, this plane involves control. If they control Trump, I mean, if he accepts that, well, he did accept it, but I don't know if he's actually going to get it because even people on the right, are against it. I think even Laura Loomer. Um, it's to spy. It's like they can down that plane anytime they want. There's nothing that prevents them from ending his life. It's like they think he's such an idiot. Like and they do think he's senile. And that's something else my guides, going into Daniel's question about his health, they do show senility there. They do show memory loss. They do show sundowning. And This is a very dangerous person, besides, everything else about him, is being evil. Um, Dangerous person, and everybody he collects around him. He himself, it's like they think he's like in his dotage, that word, like maybe it's an old English word. In your dotage means like in your, as you get older, and or not even getting older. I mean, just anybody with dementia, you're right, or I don't want to be ageist, because doesn't necessarily mean when you're in your 80s or 90s that's going to happen. But for him, uh, the guides are showing me very clearly that he is in dementia, and people cover for him. And this is the thing that they were showing me about the Saudis and how they feel about Felon 45, is that they laugh at him. They're laughing at him. He's so easy to bribe. They joke about it. And they say, the guides tell me, for entertainment purposes only, my catchphrase is, I'm a psychic, what do I know? I'm only a psychic. But for my guides say is that also they're laughing at Felonia or Leon, because they gave, so this is just very alleged, but this is just what came, is that they gave him some really, really, really strong, like, uh, potent, um, substance that can be had there. It's very, very strong. He was so out of it, and I'm very happy to be so, right. They gave him primo, whatever that would mean to you. And they also told me about him. Hey, Bridget, thank you for joining. Hey, Oyster. Oh, that, oh, yeah, that, those, they had the cyber trucks that were painted red, I think, in the parade. They know that the cyber trucks are junk. And they just laugh at that too. It's all like a put on, They stroke their egos, and they're going to do what they think is going to ostensibly look like, oh, they're going to honor. They hold Leon in such high esteem, but that's the guys show me that's not the case, and they will junk those cars as soon as that parade was over. It's like they're just going to the junk heap because they're just pieces of junk. That's what the guides show me about how they are dealing, or what the reality is, I guess, what's going on behind the scenes with the Saudis, and these grifters. But they've got their number, and it's all about money. It's all about getting good deals. And so, what does Felon 45 give in exchange? Anything they want. They can have anything they want from him. Yeah, politically, um, there is pressure on him to about Gaza, which I guess is a good thing, to ease off, to get Bibi to ease off on. They're not happy about Gaza. They don't want to have like a westernized, to have a genocide there, and to have like, like an Epstein's Island or something, or like a new resort there, to have it all wiped away the way that Bibi wants it, and uh, others. What Trump? Oh, sorry. Felon 45 wants to build like like a god, like a Trump resort. I'm sure if he had his way, it would all be golf courses. So the guides. Um, that's the answer to your question, Cindy. And I really did want to talk about that. Is there anything else you want to tell me about that trip? Well, just that it was a disaster, the reality of it. And Marco Rubio, who's like one of the few people who understands what really is going on, is just like, can't even believe because they're just giving the Saudis everything they want for for nothing in return except a stupid plane that is just not even gonna in reality pan out because it would take years, several years for that plane to actually be fit for replacing Air Force One. Plus, it's too dangerous, and there's no way, no matter what they how much they scrutinize it, that they can really be sure that there's no listening devices, that there's no you know danger that yeah, it was not going to blow up in midair at some point because of the technology. Technology is just so whoa, advanced to that point. Um, so, so the question about the health, did I answer that one fully? Oh no, there's more. Oh yeah, all of this traveling. People criticize Biden because, and God, it enrages me that like they're giving more air to the gaslighting about Biden, not recognizing what George Clooney and stuff. No, Biden was just was so able to withstand all of this traveling, and he does not have dementia. That's what the guide showed me, and Clooney may have been influenced by some bad actors. He may not have realized it, but it's like he was used as a pawn to oust Biden and to not believe. They don't want you to believe this gaslighting about Biden being senile. He is not senile. He was not during his presidency. He was in phenomenally good health, really. Um, and, they're just besmirching his good name. And you can tell when my guys are talking to me because I use phrases like besmirching, because that's, from them. So just, it's ridiculous. And it's like, look over there, but not at the actual um, resident in office that is in huge decline. Oh yeah, I've got to ask about other health issues. Oh, they're showing me like a potential aneurysm. That he's had a lot of like mini strokes, and he's very vulnerable to a major like a heart attack. Uh, and he takes this is about felon 45 entertainment purposes only, that he takes a lot of stimulant, and the Ozempic is, I mean, on one hand it's good for the weight loss, but it just messes up your gastrointestinal system too if you overdo it. And he yeah, he relies on it because he can eat whatever he wants, but the food he eats, ugh, it's just terrible. I don't know what he will do if according to RFK's wishes, if 8 of the food additives are banned, because what is he going to eat? I don't even know about that. So there was a question. Hey, Bridget. Uh, oh, Melania. Daniel, you wanted to know about Melania. Where's Melania? Are they separated? Well, I believe, allegedly, that their relationship has always been transactional. And I have that video, right, about her potentially being a red sparrow. A red sparrow is a female spy who's specifically trained, and there's a school. There's an actual school for red sparrows somewhere in Russia, and their whole thing is it's like James Bond movie or some spy movie to become like a romantic interest, maybe a wife or a mistress or something, and have influence over a powerful person. And there's also people have speculated. Hey, JC, have speculated that Ivana was also with her connections and whatever lineage was also a red sparrow. So Uh, and yes, they are separated. The guides say she has a lot, and they say she has a long-term relationship with somebody, and she has to be paid a lot of money to be by his side. Um, she's at one with his politics. She's really kind of like a soulless person, um, but she would prefer a different life. Um, Fiora, hey Carol, hey Lori. Um, oh, let me put your comment up. Um, well, yeah, she does have a thing for him. He's gorgeous, and she lights up. I don't think there's ever been anything between them more than that, like, but she does. Yeah, she appreciates a good-looking guy, powerful guy who's, got it going on, and definitely Justin does. I think she's the same thing for Obama too, but nothing between them. Just it's a crush, um, and uh, so let's see. Let's see. Am I missing some comments here? I'm sure they are. I mean, they are. I'm sure I am. Uh, will Pam Bondi lose her law license? Oh my God, she's so she's so corrupt. Yes, the guides say. Oh, Daniel say another psychic saw him in a wheelchair, potential brain surgery. An aneurysm can take you out. A brain aneurysm can just take you out. And interestingly enough, he had a COVID pretty bad. He almost died. If he didn't get those monoclonal antibodies, he would have been gone. And if if it's not like fully out of your system, and it can accumulate, and it can continue to mess up your immune system, but it can cause blood clotting. It can cause aneurysms. So it just boosts the potential, and he had it pretty badly. So even that. Hey, Lanny. What about those South Africans? Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people comment about the Afrikaners. I think that's an Leon thing. you know, this whole thing. He and Steve Miller, people like that, true, white supremacists, and they want all the brown and all the dark skinned and ethnic peoples to be out of this country, and they just want to populate it full of white people. It's so crazy, and that's what they see. Like I read that Leon believes in a like apocalypse is coming, and he believes that when that happens, it's kind of like I think Charles Manson believed in the same thing. That was Helter Skelter was all about that. The white people would take over the world, so that's why he's potentially, or what's the right good word for that? Allegedly, sorry, has up to 100 children allegedly that through in vitro, because he said, but this he did say that's not alleged, that he wants to repopulate the world, and he needs his own army, because when this apocalypse is happening, because he said he's a reincarnation. He said this to a friend um, of Alexander the Great, that uh, when that time came, that would be their role. So in his vision, he wants a total genocide of anybody who's not Aryan and of his ilk. Um, so this can happen. So bringing in, and this is very much Steve Miller and anybody else in that sphere, that you bring in Afrikaners, but then you kick out anybody like who's like you kick out the Venezuelans and the Cubans, or unless they're white Cubans. anybody who's undesirable like that. That's what they're doing. So what's going to be the let me ask about that particular thing. I mean, it's one thing anybody if they're really like need I don't really know exactly what the political situation is in South Africa, if they really need political asylum or not, because that would be one thing, and I maybe they do. But I do know what I just said before about wanting to decrease and get rid of uh, the number of people of their undesirable ethnic profile, people who are not white, and arrow also, I think they, even though Steve Miller is Jewish, I don't think that the Jews are, on the high list of, staying here. Because they're Nazis, right? Steve Miller is a Nazi, even though, and obviously Leon's a Nazi. I mean, it's out there, right? That's Nazis will Nazi, and oh yeah, I was going to ask, like, what is the outcome of that, and is there going to be problems for them? And I don't wish anybody any harm. It just be one thing if they really needed asylum, and God bless them. But if they came here and then were kicking out people who need asylum just because they're black or or a Hispanic or whatever the case, Asian, that's not fit. That's terrible. Of course, it's terrible. Let's see, the guides say there's gonna the problem with what they did in our faces is going to be a lot of uproar, and people who like Venezuelans and people from El Salvador, etc., Cubans, who the ones who are not already angry and felt the felon 45, or you know what I like to call him too is El Presidente. I've been thinking about that for a couple of weeks. Um, it's not going to make him any more popular. It's really everything they do is decreasing their popularity, even with their own people. Because now, because of presidential immunity, he thinks he can do whatever he wants, and there's no, there's no attempt to hide it. Um, see, can you guys see me? Carol, is that to me? Um, let's see. Yeah, she also likes Newsom. That is for sure. So, JC, you're asking about the lowering of drug prices. Um, that's all like a what a chimera, like a chimera. Is that the word? It's all fake. I heard him talk about like the friend. I think it was actually him who went to London, and you can get a Zembic for $80. Like I think that's it was him. The guide say, but I can't prove that or anything. That he was the one who went to that pharmacy in London. Um, it's all like no, it's not gonna. This you could write a memo or an executive order, but when it gets translated down the line, obviously the pharmacy companies would take them to court, and I don't think it's going to pan out. I mean, it would be nice for it to pan out, but that's really kind of Biden did that, right? Um, and he wants to take advantage of anything that made Biden popular because he thinks that's going to rub off on him. But it's no, it's not going to throw a wrench in because the whole thing is just a fake. It's just a big fake. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Sharon. The drug prices executive order was originally done by Biden. He rescinded it now. He writes the same thing as his own. They are imposing tariffs on medication. Uh, don't worry. He will do enough other things and how is it going to like soften like the attacks on Medicaid? So don't worry about it. I He is, but yeah, I think he is. I think there's rumor probably is in his ear, but none of it's going to pan out because as soon as he does one thing, he'll counteract it with another thing. You can bet on that. It's guaranteed. Hey, Celtics here. Let's see. Well, Axios revelation of the men having a working relationship with yeah, the El Chapo cartel. Um, yeah, what she said, or he said, Dylan, I think female. I'm not sure. Wake more to his evil intentions. Yeah, yes. Yeah, that's a big one. How do you explain that away? The guys are saying there's even more that's going to come out about his relationship with El Chapo. And yes, people, as much as we think it doesn't affect people or his MAGA people, it will affect them. Yes, especially people who live near the border. It's bad. It's bad for him. Um, so there's so much. There's so much. Let me ask about the judge who was arrested, right? Did I ask last time? It's going to blow up in his face arresting that judge. More and more judges and even the Supreme Court are going to act against him, act against the felon in office, El Presidente. More and more. Daniel, that's such a great question. Will the Saudis give 45 a golden Big Mac? It probably did. I think when he was there, I heard anyway that they had this big, they wheeled in this like big trailer full of McDonald's. I don't know if they flew it in from, they could, why not? You know, Saudis, tons of money. They can, hey Lucille, they can fly in all that stuff. Let's see. Wicked to the core. No grace can save him. His face bears the truth. His soul can't hide. Yes. Where did that come from? That's a quote. I 100% believe that. Nothing he does is going to. It's like the good things he try, or not the good things, but the things that we perceive as good, um, come out as soon as they come out. Something comes out to counteract that. He can't. Yeah, I agree. Um, yes, Sharon, it is. Planning to charge Democratic members of Congress for protesting. That is a violation, and it gets sunk in the water. That's what the guys say. Um, they're doing their best. Somebody asked early on about Project 2025. I don't even know what the question was. I just saw the Project 2025 and then it went past. But this is all, we all need to familiarize ourselves, and me included, because I haven't, but uh, done that. My very own advice I haven't followed, but to reread, at least take a look at 2025, because everything is happening. Everything that is happening is in 2025. Everything that they're doing is there. And we all need to familiarize ourselves with it. So we go, oh, 2025, of course. That's what they said they would do, and they're doing it. Celtic Seer, this summer leads to T's demise. It's the end of the regime. The Saudis have overreached, but they have invested everywhere, hedging their bets. Yes, I saw that too, Celtic Seer. I saw them. They're really good at like, uh, not is it schmoozing, or like they're really good at like that's what I said earlier, stroking people's egos. But they're also really good at trolling. That's what the guy said too. And they just laugh at this government, and they also know what I believe is the truth, according to my guys, that this, it was a stolen election, that El Presidente is, you know, only El Presidente in the minds of people, but not in the reality of what really happened. Um, uh, What else are you saying? Celtics here. Any of you people out there who have predictions that your guides showed you or that you perceive or intuitively, please let me know. Saturn is about to shake a big stick at the end of the month. Something will be revealed that will not go well. Ha! That'll be interesting to see. I just think my guides. Oh, this is what my guides told me to tell you, because I do ask them like what messages they have for you, and they said this regime, I'll say not administration, but regime, is burning their candle at both ends. They are not going to last long. May seem like a long time to us. It's not going to be. Um, because that, even a week, a day is too long. But they say very shortly they will they will be ousted. They will be ended. And everything will be okay. It's like things are going to be okay for us. Our prayers will be answered. That's what they say. Let me look at your comments. I don't know what that is, Flora. What happened with the line living area? What is the line living area? I'm ignorant about that. I don't know what that is. Um, oh, I saw that, JC. That's brilliant. Judge Duggan is, and she does have presidential immunity with whatever is going on in her courtroom. But that they look for opportunities, the regime, to keep on making inroads to the autonomy of judges, because they just want an authoritarian executive branch, and everything else is on a tier. They want to be in full control, and that's how they do it, or they think that's how they'll do it. I don't think they'll be successful. Um, oh yeah, Daniel, I am too. I still don't know what the line living area is. Can you give me more description about that? I'm waiting for the day SEAL Team 6 directs them out of DC. I'm waiting for that too. My guides keep on showing me the military is going to do that because they're so obviously like a clear and present danger to our Constitution and our country. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Artistic World, you asked me a question about Ireland, but my guides want you to be more specific because there's a lot. They can't just talk about Ireland as like a generic whole. They need you to like be more specific, and then we can ask. Let's see. Yes, Musk. I spoke earlier about. I said not Musk. Yes, Celtic Sarah. I spoke earlier about Leon at the summit, and yeah, and I just saw that the Saudis are laughing at him, and they know that allegedly, according to my guide, says that Cybertrucks are pieces of junk. They're just trying to flatter these that they because they know you can get more uh, flies with honey. Like it's just like a they have a lot of wisdom and how to deal with greedy fools who really don't care about their country. I mean, this is a great opportunity for the Saudis. Um, okay. Will Ireland be reunited? Oh, you mean Northern and Southern Ireland? Uh, I haven't really kept up on that at all, but I know about that issue. It's difficult. I know because of economy, but I'll ask about that. Thank you, Diane. I'm not sure, Gail, what that means. Um, isn't the attempted overthrow of the government? Oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's a coup. Okay, Celtic Sarah, I was going to ask this question, I think, for you. I keep getting Leon leaving in August, running away. What do my guides have to say about this? They say he's going to run away sooner. It's sooner. He's in such big trouble. And as much as the Saudis, tried to help him, they're not going to give him what they said they gave him. It's like they're promising all these things, but they're not going to give them. Why should they give them? I think what they realize is that how, the desperation of these people for money, the need for money, and I'm talking about Leon, I'm talking about Felon 45, that they have control. The Saudis don't have to give them very much at all, just empty promises. Uh, the plane is a red herring, or it's like a Trojan horse or something. It costs so much, the upkeep of it. It's not worth it. It sounds good, but of course, Felon 45 would want this, but it's just, they painted gold, but the reality of the plane itself is just, it's a albatross. Does that make sense? So whatever exchange that seems to be made, it's all promises. It's not real. And if the wind doesn't blow in their direction, so to speak, if it's not going to help them, their loyalty is very short lived. They don't have loyalty. They just have a way of manipulating these people, getting what they want, and paying the least possible for it. That's what the guides say. So if that answers a question, that's what they're seeing. Okay, Flora. Um, it's the city they are building in the desert, and then everyone is going to move into it. Two walls holding in the city, and people can't leave. They will be controlled. Oh, that's interesting. So how are you relating that to this administration? Is there a parallel? Hey, Marby, just let me know, and then I can ask. Okay, artistic world. I'm sorry. I need to answer your question if I can. I'm okay. I may be right or wrong, but I'm going to try. And thanks everybody for showing up, and thank you, my mods. Uh, Thank you so much. So I really, really appreciate it. I think it's wonderful. And if anybody's a mod for me and I haven't made them a mod, I'll try to do that. I keep on forgetting that they don't. I think I know how, but then I think I know how to do that. Yeah, of course, because we already made somebody a mod. So, but just ask me. Okay, what am I asking here? Oh, yes, one day, this is about Ireland. The guides say that Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland will be united as a whole. They will work out the complications. Oh, that makes me, I feel like tears. I feel like it's such an emotional moment for everybody. This like a yearning to be whole, and then the actual completion of it. It will happen, they say. So in terms of timing, um, it may be several years down the road for it to work out, but a lot of things are going to be changing in Europe, and that's this whole monarchy thing in Britain. It's not that I don't think they're going to get rid of the monarchy, but it just steps back to, takes a lesser kind of colonial role, and it goes another direction, reestablishes, uh, or not even reestablishes, but just kind of like reorganizes itself and its relationship with Ireland. But the guides say for sure it's going to happen. So new comments down here. Flora, where is the city going to be built? Where, anywhere? You mean in this country? Um, I mean, what the question you have? Like, are you thinking it's going to be built here? I think that Texas is kind of already. It feels like to me Texas is kind of like that already. Oh, really? Oh, you gave me goosebumps. You gave me chills. Artistic world, yeah. And you're part of the panel in that policy. How do you feel about it? Do you think it's? My guide showed me it was a certainty. I hope that's true. Oh, okay. Um, so I still don't quite know this question, like the whole context of it, but I'm going to ask the guys anyway because they'll know even if I don't. No, there's not going to be a completion of a city like that. No, according to my guides. I'm just a psychic. What do I know? But that's what they're telling me. So Flora, no, may want to build it, but I don't see it. Um, the guides don't see it. So yeah, for sure. Constitutional monarchy, especially in the UK, the younger Brits don't care or revere the monarchy. They think it's an anachronism. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Texas is they. I think they really Abbott and those people. They really think that they can, become separate from the United States and be. And that's why doesn't Leon have his factory there and like they want to secede from the US, but they're in such a bad state. Their grid is terrible. Whatever they want, it's like, oh, let me ask the guys. They're not going to get it. It's going to be sad for the people of Texas. I have some good friends in Texas, and but they will oust themselves of Abbott, and Texas itself will be, reconnected. Like it'll go much more purple. This cruel, and this is what the guides are saying, and evil government within Texas it also has like an expiration date that's coming up pretty soon. They have a lot to answer for too, for the cruelty. Oh yeah, like putting glass in the river. I mean, where the people trying to get into the country, the migrants having children died. This is terrible. But the cruelty is the point for them. Some of the worst of the worst. Yes, Texas needs federal money. What does Leon want to do in Waco, of all places? Dylan, jeez, oh, peas. Kathy, I will ask. You're welcome, Murby. Yeah, Leon wants to do that, but it's not. You think about Leon, like, has he really ever been that successful? Yeah, he was successful for a while with his company, but at the same time, like that was, founded he by his dad's money, and look where it is now. So he had temporary success, but he blew it, and he has crazy ideas. He's the one apparently who designed his Cybertruck. It looks like something a child would design. So and with the alleged ketamine use, his it does affect cognition. It affects memory, and his judgment I think is getting worse and worse. And so like he may have those ideas, and he may have a power and uh, the potential, but it's I don't see anything panning out. I think it's bad for him. I mean, his karma's going to catch up with him pretty soon. Oh. It'll be beautiful again, Tila, it will. Celtic Seer says the world is changing fast. The mindset is changing rapidly. The regime is a disgrace. Dying from measles. This should not be happening. We aren't a third world country. My theory on that too is that it was Putin. I believe that behind QAnon that divided our country in that way, and also uh, through KGB brainwashing, gaslighting to the susceptible, created the situation where those people, red states or whatever, and QAnon people uh, didn't believe in the vaccines. Although Putin himself he used to wear a hazmat suit at the height of it. Do you remember? And it's just a way to kill us off and make us weaker. And anything he can do to convince through, the right wing television and through, the social media to get a certain portion of our population. And thank you, RFK. I do believe he's collusion, according to my guides, allegedly entertainment purposes only. It's just another like bio weapon, and it's and the idea of it, the perversity of it, it just takes your breath away. Yes, destroy within, Daniel. I do believe that. So that's just my theory, and it's still panning out. Oh, Teelan, doesn't Leon already have a compound with his baby mamas? Yeah, that's just not going to work out. Nothing he does. Oh, yeah. Did RFK get sick after swimming in sewage? It's probably equal to just his like normal ecosystem. Um, and maybe he's acclimatized to sewage. Let's see. The children, the guides are saying, and this is just me, my guides. I don't know if this isn't a fact, but what I'm hearing is the children got sick, and they will get very sick from what happened, and so it was a bad result. He himself is just, it's like the devil, like being in his own swamp, like somehow. He's not inoculated from it, but it's the children who are going to pay the price, the grandchildren. That's what I hear. Oh, Governor Richards, yeah. You got some amazing, amazing people in Texas, but they will be in power again. Not Richards, obviously, she passed away, but people like her, of her ilk. So well, you can continue asking questions. I do, as you know, I usually read a oracle card, and I got a new deck by Stacy DeMarco called the Son of the or Queen of the Sun. Sorry, Queen of the Sun Oracle, and I just newly opened it. This card is, oh, this is the back of these cards. The card that my guides chose for you today is Purpose. So this take the time to stop and think deeply about what you want to experience. Why do you want to experience this? What is missing? Knowledge is prayer. The better you know yourself, the clearer the purpose is. Start with where you are. I am on purpose in all that I do. Purpose. These cards are really beautiful. I'm excited to start using them. She also did the Queen of the Moon Oracle, which I've used. Oh, thank you, Celtic Seer. Uh, She's complimenting me on my stained glass. I love stained glass so much, as you can see. Um, let's see, what other questions? Yeah, I read that too. He has a compound with his baby mamas. That must be a fun place to live. Yeah, I'm not sure about the granddaughter, but the majority of his family came out against having him appointed to run our health department. RFK's family is set against his craziness. They may report the children's sickness as possible. Yeah. So keep on asking your questions, and I will ask the guides what else I need to tell you. There is more, the guides say. We're just going to keep on hearing all this horrible stuff. It's going to freak us out. But they say the end is near of this regime. The more that they do, it's like they're speeding up that process. It's not doing them any favors to, outwardly be friends with our enemies and enemies with our friends and making us sick and, depriving us of our health. People have taken so much for granted, the good things, and now that they're being taken away from them, that's going to cause an uprising, even though we don't think it's enough of right now uprising. There's going to be more and more uprising, and a lot of it's going to be in the red states. A lot. Yes, everybody goes, Les. When he goes, everybody goes because it's an illegitimate regime, right? None of them are going to stay. They're all connected. Will follow the money. It's very easy to see all of their connections, including JD. That's what my guides say anyway, to foreign countries and to this coup. So all of them go, and everything. I heard Linda G saying this, but I'm agreeing with her on this for sure. Um, Everything gets reversed. It's like we have to pick up the pieces. It's like, when there's been a huge fire, and my guides have compared this to like an inferno too. I remember they thank you, Sonia. Um, I remember them saying there is a huge inferno, and that they uh, uh, advised us to stand on the periphery, not get sucked in, and it was just going to burn itself out, and we needed to stay far enough away that we didn't get sucked into it. You know how inferno can create a vacuum, and it's like we're cleaning up after the inferno. That's what they show me. Well, he's hi, Sandra. Um, well, if he's not a legitimate ruler or president, then the pardons don't mean anything. That's what I get. That is not like there. It's going to be maybe this is wishful thinking, but I always get this from my guide. I do argue with them. Like this can't be right. Um, this can't be true. But they always say to me, the military is going to oust him, and it will be recognized as a illegitimate coup, right? And I mean, not that a coup is legitimate, but it's going to be an illegitimate government. That the truth will come out about the cheating, and we'll have to deal with that. It's like we've never been here before, but we're capable of being here. And they always show me, and maybe this is truly wishful thinking, but this is what the guides say that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will be our president and vice president. Um, oh yeah, the new pope. I was so happy to see that. Um, yes, he's so important. It's so important that he became the next pope, and he was Francis's pick. Uh, and he's an amazing person. And he's going to be light a fire even more than Francis did. He's a perfect person for this time, and he is on the side of the light. Hey, Selma, if you're late, just rewatch it. No worries. I'm glad you showed up. Oh, so the Pope was on. They're reporting about the Pope. There's so many people who follow the Pope. It's so important uh, not to underestimate him. Yeah. So, Jasmine, I like your predictions. Yeah, Kusei and Uday. So you're saying they're all going to jail, including Trump's son, Kusei and Uday. Oh my God, it's a very difficult time to live through, but at the same time, I think it is going to burn itself out. It just doesn't have anything, any structure. And all these people are just the people in this administration. They're just so corrupt, and they're all criminals too. There's no desire to really run our country. They just want to grift. That's what the guides say. Yes, I believe that artistic world. But Lynn, what does Kamala Harris say about that? Hard work, but it will be good work. Yes, it'll be good work. And in doing so, maybe we can right the wrongs. Maybe we can really, not change the Constitution, but change the loopholes that have allowed this to actually happen. Like not allow felons to run for office, not allow there to be absolute immunity, uh, get rid of the electoral college, maybe a lot of things, because uh, in nature, um, wildfires are necessary. They may burn down a whole swath of woodland, but then you have this regrowth, this rebirth, this renewal, and maybe that is what will come in the place of the devastation. And our democracy will even be better because we'll know that we can't just trust that the boundaries are going to be honored because we can see how they're not being honored. Yeah, the Supreme Court overrode the 14th Amendment. Corrupt court gave him immunity that didn't exist exactly. But I keep on any other psychics out there, let me know what. Ask your guides. I keep on hearing, and of course, I want this that they retract immunity because they see that it can harm them. Maybe not everybody, maybe not Alito or even Thomas, but maybe I don't know. But that somehow they're going to feel endangered because felon 45 has already threatened the Supreme Court, and they I believe they can take it back. Right? They're the Supreme Court. Yeah, looking at universal health care. Uh, there's so much that needs to be healed. Oh, Citizens Alliance. Um, that maybe this is the opportunity after the fire. The cleanup is going to be taking care of these things that need to be taken care of. Yeah, I think Roberts is, reading the writing on the wall because he's been directly threatened by uh, Felon 45. So that's the hopeful part of it, and I think the analogy to the fire is really interesting. But that comes from my guides. So let me ask any, or not any. Let me ask uh, if. Oh, I know what I was thinking. If there's anything that the guides want to share. Um, Anything else? Yes, the guides want to tell you that what has happened has brought the whole world together. I've said this before, I've heard this before. on other shows. Um, it's the unexpected and inadvertently, important consequences of having an oppositional defiant narcissist in power is that now you have NATO uh, more unified than ever before, uh, giving strong support to Ukraine. You have fascism defeated in countries where it could have sprouted, like in Australia, like in Canada, like in Germany. So we will see more and more of this. And then the Pope, I'm sure, I can't help but think that that stupid picture of Felon 45 as the Pope strengthened the vote for somebody who was the opposite of that, because there was a lot of money apparently put in by probably or I should say Felonia early on, and other right wing groups, probably the Federalist Society, etc. There were other candidates, and they really didn't know who they were going to choose, but that was some. It weighed in. That's what the guides say. So things backfire, and then the other thing is you will get, and I keep on saying this, and I'll be interested to know what other people's guides say or what they intuit, that Putin does not have long in power, and then yeah, let's hope us die for sure. Didn't they did not want, right, Leo, uh, or Prevost for Pope, but the fall of Putin and the fall of this kleptocracy that's in power, once that falls, that's also going to tip the balance towards democracy and away from fascism, because Putin, they put a lot of effort into seeding fascism. They were all over Europe and this country and Canada. They were responsible for Brexit. So that is on its wane. I'm pretty certain of that. And they've been showing me that for years, and now we see, that their whole infrastructure is on fire. Really, the war, they bought the war to them, and it doesn't look good for them. Oh, thank you, Putin. Uh, Jasmine says departure launch for Putin too, real soon. Uh, so will Putin be gone by Halloween? I'm so bad at time, but I think it will be soon. The guys say yes, very soon, very soon. It's just like counting down the days, really, according to the guides, anyway. His hourglass time is run out. So only a couple more grains of sand in that um, hourglass. That's what they show me. Okay, I'll answer one more question, and then I think I probably have to go. Will BB fall at the end of the month? No, but he will fall hard, the guides say. Um, and again, another like ending of life force, I should say, transitioning for him. Uh, yes. Oh, Mark, I didn't know that. He's saying Mark Kearney was the governor of the Bank of England and warned about Brexit. Thank you. Um, thank you, Steve. Don't forget to click the thumbs up for Melissa, please. It really helps for you to like the video. Then I can get on the algorithm and be more widely circulated. I'll finish with this, Linda. Like sand, I was thinking that. That's so crazy. Like sands through the hourglass. So go the days of our lives. Oh, maybe I'll. Hey, thank you, Lucille. Hit the thumbs up. Okay, you guys, I'll definitely be back next week and probably the same time, 3 o'clock Thursday. I hope this is a good time for you guys. I love you and so appreciate you guys. A beautiful community. Oh, I was going to blow you a kiss and say goodbye, but somebody had suggested, and I know I said this last week, that if you have a question, you can always ask me in advance, and I'll do my best to answer it. Somebody asked me if I would give people that opportunity, and definitely will. Oh, thank you so much. Love you too, of course, as you know. Bye bye, you guys. Have a beautiful week, okay? Or rest of your week, I should say, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.